Okay. Bantam and far beyond. Good evening, Dr. Jones, friends, and fellow classmates. My name is Audrey Jeffs. What product was once designed to give the United States a tactical edge in World War II? Was it the M1 rocket launcher? Was it the A-36 Apache airplane? No, however enthralling those innovations may be. I'm of course talking about the Jeep. Today my purpose is to provide information about the SUV in a general term and inform you about some of the specific models' uses throughout history. Although I always find myself the owner of a truck, I have an adventurous fascination with the power and versatility of an SUV. Perhaps this is due to my memories as a child rock crawling in the mountains of Nevada and Arizona with my parents, or simply because these vehicles can conquer anything, besides the inherent cooling system problems of the newer models. Since my subject is SUVs, Jeeps in specific, and the subject is so extensive, today I'll be focusing on a general history of the Jeep and its involvement in World War II and SUVs' relevancy in modern times. The references for my speech include Alan, Jim, 2015, A Celebration of Working Jeeps, Four-Wheeler Network, 29 September, Bantam, CJ, author alias, no date, Jeeps throughout the years, Four-Wheel Hard Drive, Grimmel, Hans, 2015, Designing a Jeep for the New Era of Overseas Conquests, Automotive News, 28 September. Smith, Mark, 2015, A Heritage of Heroes, Jeep, no date. Stone, Jeffs, 2015, Jeep Hope Mobile. Pope Francis's fleet of Wranglers are cool, but no match for the Beast. International Business Times, 23 September. Stubblebine David, Jeep, World War Database, no date. And no author cited, 2015, Market Center Data Auto Sales, Wall Street Journal, October 1st. Let's begin with the discourse of the inception of Jeep. The ancestor of modern-day Jeeps was brought into the world in 1940 as a commissioned prototype by the United States military. As stated by my sources, in June of 1940, the U.S. Army reached out to 135 automotive companies in hopes that they may design a prototype of the next generation of light reconnaissance vehicles. These sources state only Ford, Willys, and Bantam responded and proceeded to collaborate on the template of the final Willys Squad, which was formally introduced to the battlefield on Veterans Day in 1940. But this was not the final model that could be seen on the battlefield. Sources show that in July of 1941, the company Willys Overland was given the military contract and commissioned to produce 16,000 Willys MB and 4 GPWs for World War II. With the prototype design and manufacturers chosen, Willys Overland involvement became crucial in World War II. According to more of my references, General Dwight D. Eisenhower famously claimed that the Jeep, the Dakota, and the landing craft were 3 tools that won the war. A World War II database states that Willys MB was aligned with Allied forces so extensively that German forces actually believed that every Allied soldier was given his own Jeep. The same source goes on to describe that these vehicles were shown in all aspects of battlefield and war, with modifications that had them as dump trucks, as stands for Gatling guns and other artillery, also as armored vehicles, and even as limousines to transport VIPs and POIs. The name Jeep has several potential origins, either that of the cartoon Eugene the Jeep, because he was a character that could go anywhere, or because these sturdy automobiles were termed GP for general purpose and military slang for a new and untested soldier. Fans of the vehicle tend to choose their interpretation, as the World War II database claimed. In the 21st century, despite rising gas prices and increasing concern about the emissions impact on the environment, America is still firmly on the sport utility vehicle bandwagon. As was quoted by several of my sources, Enzo Ferrari once said, "Jeep's America's only true sports car." Since this time, many models of the automobile feature four-wheel or all-wheel drive function, and this has surfaced all over a diversifying pool of the sport utility vehicles. According to my references, when the Jeep hit civilian consumers in 1945, they were used for work rather than for recreation as they are used today. Although this focus has shifted, there is also much of a market for restoring old workhorse Jeeps. They're also used for rock crawling, and other SUVs, such as Ford Broncos and modified trucks, are also used for this type of recreation. Fun fact, one of my references illuminated that Pope Francis has a rather humble fleet of Jeep Wranglers to use as his Pope-mobiles rather than the previous Pope using Mercedes-Benz. Wall Street Journal cites that the sales percentage of cars, minivans, and large SUVs are down overall. However, the sales of light-duty trucks, small to mid-sized SUVs, and crossovers has raised from 7 to 16%, respectively, since 2014. Whether it be because of the safety benefits or because all-weather or all-terrain, this versatility has shown that America loves the spacious and adventurous vehicle. Not to be excluded, overseas sales of Jeeps have tripled since 2009, reflecting America's brand growth on a global level. Any questions? All right. In conclusion, from their humble formative conception under Bantam in response to the U.S. military call to action, to World War II hero became Willys Overland, to steadily growing on the global market, Jeeps and other sport utility vehicles have shown they are adaptable automobiles that have anchored themselves into history and culture in a way that is unrivaled by many other models. Thank you.